Good morning and welcome to Moopsy of the Morning.
Oh, should we say Moopsyverse? Hello?
Welcome to the Moopsyverse. No, Satali just said, just call me Moopsy of the Morning, Moopsy. Do you know
Oh,
that
that's
song?
cute.
Yeah, it is. I wrote
I
it down for
don't.
tomorrow, Satalia.
Hmm.
I wrote it down for tomorrow, yes. And I have both fluffers up here because they woke me up at 4 this morning to go out. Okay, I can get that.
Yeah.
And I realized it was kind of hot inside, but not outside. It's 70 outside and 80 inside.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I hate that. So I
Yeah.
got up, opened up all the windows upstairs, opened up all the windows and doors downstairs, and then I stretched out on the couch while they went in and out for the next hour before breakfast. So now they're up here going, but we woke you up and you made us breakfast. If we come upstairs, will you make us second breakfast?
Nope.
No,
That's
it's
not
not
how it
happening today.
works.
It's not how that's working today. Yeah, I wish Satalia's asking about a Moopsy version of the Peter Gunn theme song.
Oh, what?
Peter Gunn? Do you not know Peter Gunn? I know it's way before you were ever born, but
Doesn't ring any bells.
okay, there is a old American TV show called Peter Gunn. It was about a private detective. An interesting kind of film noir style TV show, which
Private
is
detective shows never picked up here. No.
well, all I'm going to say is Google Peter Gunn theme song. The the intro riff is iconic. Everybody
Alright.
knows the Peter Gunn intro riff. It's like the Mission Impossible intro riff. Everybody knows that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Never came up to Europe, I guess. We had our...
It might have, but like I said, it would be way before your time. And unless you've got like an old retro channel. Good morning, Chosen. You probably would never have heard it. But
I can't say
I'm
that I have.
I know that did they? No, they didn't do it in Blues Brothers. They did Rawhide and Blues Brothers. But when my hubs was sick and I was home back in Chicago, they had a retro channel. And I found out that every couple of months they would do a Peter Gunn weekend marathon, and they would run all of the episodes for like 2.5 days. And
Okay.
the show was completely unremarkable. I mean, it was kind of cute, but just stupid. And every 30 minutes, and even my husband would smile at that, just playing.
But sometimes they hit it. They get it right with the music, not exactly with the rest of it.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I have ground stuff today. So apparently, Ryza will start tomorrow at noonish. I still haven't seen it officially,
Okay.
but I've heard it unofficially from half a dozen places.
Okay.
So,
Not looking forward to it, but whatever.
well, you don't have to do anything with that. I mean, go down there, do the daily once a day. You only have the one tune,
Depends
right?
what the daily is, because
Pardon?
depends what the daily's gonna be.
Well, it's the same as it always is. You've got your choice of Flying High,
High.
the Archaeology, the Dance Party, either
With the
of
flying
the
high,
two
there is
races.
less tedious one.
I think the only things that don't count are building sandcastles, though that used to be a daily. Sandcastles, I think there's one other one that doesn't count.
Oh.
Yeah, Satalia says I'm all dressed and ready for Ryza. I'm seriously tempted to take today off to get everybody down there and ready, but I'll do that tomorrow morning because I'm going to go to class today. Hang on a second.
Oh.
Let's revise that real quick here. They were talking about severe thunderstorms tonight, which they were also talking about last night. Now they're down to a mild drizzle later this afternoon. So we're going to stick with that. Weather's going to be nice.
What the weather's gonna be.
Well,
I'm not looking forward to this week's weather, because they're telling 35 degrees
Yeah.
is gonna be happening with this.
yeah, I
week.
see you're
Not
getting
looking
what we had
forward to
last week, so. But I will get everybody down to Rise. I actually have one tune that
it. Yeah,
wound
for
up having
95.
leftover stuff. But the thing is, for me, I can run Rise on every single tune that I've got. and just bank it and turn it in. But I love playing Ryza, so I don't care. It's no biggie.
Well, I have new reasons for excitement. So.
Ryza is my summer vacation, and I'm not going to Vegas this year, so I can actually be around to play it. Last year was DT got married just at the end of the month, so I missed the last couple of weeks of it. DT being somewhat more important than Ryza.
Somewhat.
If you get married and I get to be your, well, not best man, female version of a best man.
Best woman. You can be my bridesmaid.
No, because that goes for the bride. I was there for DT.
Well, if I ever get married, there's not going to be a bride, so I might as well just ask for a bridesmaid.
Person of honor. Anyway, I was there to stand up for Frost, because it's not Frost, for DT, because he doesn't have any family. Any surviving family.
That makes sense.
Good morning, Gigi Hangten. How are you
look,
today?
I've got all ground. I'm not doing any endeavors today.
I have all ground. No, that's not true. I have repair hull in space. Repair hull in space. Well, it's spacey. We can go do something.
Wow.
What? Oh God, I have defeat Voth on the ground.
And it's all giving me all the crap. All right.
I am not doing defeat Voth on the ground. Nope.
Okay.
Ooh, I have Terran ships in the Badlands. I have heal hull in space, and Vodware on the ground, which I'll do later.
So I've got one Borg TFO after reroll, destroy Voth ships, 10 of them, and one Lucari TFO. That's more like it.
Yeah, we can do all that stuff. Cool, let me send you an invitation to party here. Satalia, you want to party with us?
I don't think I mentioned that, but I'm kind of came back to writing.
Excellent. Well, I'm so glad to hear that.
Oh, it feels so nice to be back. I've tried to write up a story that's been sizzling me since I was in the early 20s, and I never managed to sit down and properly write it down. I finally am.
That's great. I have not been able to write for Beans for the last 2 years. Probably 3 years.
I also forced myself to make some changes in my diet.
Amazing what that does.
I mean, nothing has happened yet. I'm waiting for a rice cooker because apparently boiling rice in this country is not feasible. Because we only get rice in bags, which is atrocious. All the store rice, which is the lowest quality possible if you buy it for kilograms. So I just decided to get some proper rice from a proper source. That's not in some sort of... Well, we can grow rice here as well, but
you can grow rice almost any place. It's an amazing plant.
The thing is that they're not doing it right here, and the one that we're getting here is ugh. So I just decided to get a rice cooker, proper source of rice. Because I hear that rice cookers are doing an amazing job at that.
They are. You work at home, so you have the easy part. But my son and his roomie have rice with almost every meal, and they have a programmable rice cooker. So my son puts everything in it, sets it to go off, so it will be basically ready to eat when he walks in the door at like 7:45 at night.
But the thing is, a rice cooker, the decent one, even if it doesn't have like several thousand programs, it still has two basic functions. It does the rice, and then it keeps it warm, because it has a keep warm mode. So even if I will just be on the walk with my pupper for too long, I come home and it's still gonna be good just to put it up and just eat it. And another thing, I'm learning to eat with chopsticks, because I hear that chopsticks eating limits the portions you devour at a time. It slows down the eating process, and that actually helps you get filled up earlier than you would actually do that if you were just shoving the food in your mouth.
I guarantee I can shove it in my face with chopsticks pretty darn fast. Ooh, Chosen, this picture of your ship coming out of space dock is phenomenal.
I can't because I've never used chopsticks in my life, which is kind of funny because I had a boyfriend who used to do them and he never taught me. I don't know, maybe he just didn't care. Ooh, that's a very good picture. Yeah, the one that you said coming out of space.
Yeah, that is a great pick.
Plus an Odyssey. You can't go wrong with an Odyssey. Gorgeous ship.
I started eating with chopsticks maybe when I was 13-ish because it was cool and all that stuff, and now it's just like, yeah, I've got a couple sets of them.
Well, the thing is, I never had anything to do with them. We never had, like, even if you went to a Chinese bar, because we didn't have Chinese restaurants for a very long time. I mean, not for a very long time, but like, Japanese cuisine has actually came here only like in the past decade or so.
Yeah.
Sushi and that stuff was always like more of felt like an exclusive thing. Now you can get a sushi set in a supermarket, right? I despise sushi, so that's not going to happen for me. But I mean, as long as it has fish, I'm not going to touch it. But
well, there's other things in sushi besides fish, you know.
I know. It's just like I don't know if we do have the options with the like vegan stuff, like non-fish stuff.
My current favorite sushi roll is actually made with the nori, the rice, and then sweet potato. Oh my god, it's so good. Just a piece of sweet potato in the middle.
I've got to ask my friend because she's vegan and she doesn't eat the fish sushi, but she does the vegan sushi, and I need to figure out where she gets it from. Because if she has a decent place, I might actually pick it up as well. Oh. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, I figured out that might be an idea. I have a chopstick set ready to be delivered today to me, so there's one thing out of the way, because I had like single-time use restaurant chopsticks that they deliver right now with. And I ate with them yesterday.
Oh, good.
It's my first full meal with chopsticks.
Yay!
I'm learning new things, and I love it. It's making me feel excited, but you know what? I had issue with being excited for food the past few years. I mean, unless I'm like being taken to a restaurant or like going with someone to a restaurant, I absolutely hate the concept of I have to eat. It's just making. I already hate standing over cooking. I just don't force me to cook because that's never gonna happen.
Before we go any further, when we can keep this convo going, did you say you had a Borg TFO?
I have a Borg TFO and a Lucari TFO and Vault ships on the way. So
okay, so we've got a lot to do here. Let me get this going here. That's not the one I want. That one.
I've been talking to Tess. I don't have the patience to stand over cooking, and I absolutely detest the concept of stirring on the pot. It's just like driving me nuts.
Well, getting a rice cooker is great because you can pretty much dump anything you want on top of rice. Weeboo?
Yeah, and I was thinking, I have an air fryer. I will have a rice cooker right now. I can combine those two.
You can.
Air fryer can do one thing, like veggies and stuff.
Yep.
The rice cooker is going to do the rice, and then I can just take care of the eating and just cleaning after that without like all the stuff that's just annoyingly mundane that I don't like to do it. It's like, wow, that sounds like a combo. And my friend is also standing that because she's also very much into Japanese cuisine. She's like, oh my god, that's cool.
So Talia, I'm aware you have 6 destructible torpedoes. I promise we will get them.
Well, this one you should get it.
It depends on how fast they kill everything.
Oh no, we should have taken the lead because this one does not have destructible torps, I think.
Oh no, we'll have to do other things.
The simulators don't shoot plasma bolts, I think.
Okay.
Maybe the gateway, but simulators don't do it.
Okay.
It's such a bummer that they replaced the little cube. The middle simulator should still be a cube. I hate that they put simulators everywhere.
Well, it's because they took the old cube and replaced it with simulators and then made the cubes.
Well, cube actually at least has some HP. A simulator dies when you look at it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a pathetic thing. Yeah.
Oh, shit, is this my new ship? No, this is not my new ship. Okay.
You wanna know where it started from? When I thought like maybe Japanese cuisine might be the one thing for me to go. Oh no, actually, look, there's a destructible torpedo. They changed something.
Oh, good.
For a very long time they weren't shooting anything.
Can't spheres launch destructible torpedoes?
No.
No. Terranectomy is rating us with a party of 6. Good morning, Terranectomy. Good morning, the Terranectomy people. I gotta come up with a clever name for that. The Terranotomies? Oh, good morning, Joshua. I was doing this yesterday. I can't remember why I was. Oh, I was just running a new ship to test it out. And I'm just playing with the new ship. I have Kethva, my Romulans. No, excuse me, my Vulcan scientist lady.
Yeah.
And I'm running her through all the episodes, and I hadn't changed her ship from the Malachi bug ship in forever, so I thought, okay, I'll start playing with the new ship. Joshua says, I'm Endeavor rank 774. Nice. I have no idea where I'm at on this one. It's maybe 200?
764 for me.
Well,
but I haven't had multiple tunes to actually milk it out of, so...
You can fix that if it's important to you. Good morning, Id. How are you doing?
Long story.
Oh, that's not always good.
I'll go into it more off air.
Okay.
How are you? How are the doggos?
The doggos are fine. They're sitting right here next to me. We were discussing the dogs and my phone's deciding to show different my phone, my computer, and every phone I have in the house were all showing different times this morning. Oh, off by a minute or so. No, we didn't have a power outage because you have to manually reset them. So at some point during the last few months when we've had a power outage, and as you walk around the house and you reset them, one's at the beginning of that minute, one's at the end of that minute. So they're all just slowly ticking over at different rates.
We're slightly in a different time zone.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran up to see JB on Saturday morning, and he lives north of me, but in a different time zone, because this is one of the weird states that's got 2 time zones. So I always have to remember which way does it go. Is he ahead of me, behind me, blah, 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 blah. I died. Pteronectomy, stream problems like Discord? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Right. Let's get out
All
of
of
there.
them nice and dead. Just the way I like it.
I've been running into issues with Discord just kind of... Is it Discord? Yeah, Discord just kind of going, I don't like you, the screen going black, which is a little difficult to deal with. And then you have to basically restart it and come back in. Never fun. Oh, cam wouldn't turn on, mic wouldn't connect. Okay, yeah, you have gremlins.
Yeah, that sounds like gremlins removing stuff and unplugging things.
Burn some stage and invoke the name of Bill Gates.
What?
Said burn some sage and invoke the name of Bill Gates.
All hail Bill Gates. Praise be to Bill Gates.
Unless it's Mac, and then the power of Jobs compels it.
Yeah, we won't go into the days when I had a Mac for running all of my setting up magazine layouts and stuff like that. And then on the other side was all of my Microsoft stuff, which was for everything else I have. You guys don't have to accept that. I just need to beam down to ESD for a moment.
What's the console which the friendship comes with? I can't remember the name of it.
Satali would know that.
Sharing power distribution. I just don't remember the name of it. I have it in my inventory, just don't know what it's called, and I'm like, I don't know which one. Could have just called it a friendship class console. That would be easier.
Pteronectomy, I didn't gloss over to such weird much dumb, because that's the way I talk to my son all the time. I just assumed everybody talked that way. We speak in Cheems around here. Mostly when I text him. Cheems. Cheemsburger?
Okay.
Power transfer emitters. Thank you, Kane McDragon.
Power. Power transfer emitters.
I just assume everybody speaks in chimes.
Are you sure that's not the... No, that's Fleet Power Network array?
No, that's a different one, because I don't have the friendship and I've got a Fleet Power Network array.
Yeah, I think it might be the Fleet Power Network array.
Okay, that's off a different ship.
Enhance ally and pads they control. Let me see. Ruling... Oh, God, not this.
This Fleet Power Network array is from the Awani. Because I had to Google that. Good morning, Cliff.
Power transfer emitters.
So, Terranectomy, it took me over 2 hours to get my endeavors done yesterday. I am not happy. I'm not doing 2 hours worth of endeavors every day. I don't mind spending an hour with you guys doing stuff because that's fun, but when it's just me, it's like, no, nobody, nope. It's one reason I'm really done with doing the event. It just takes way too much time.
Yeah.
Okay!
I got...
Get some rest, Terranectomy.
I got to 4 progress on the event, and I'm like, I can't do this.
I love that little TFO because people are getting better at it. So yesterday it took about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to run it because the team was really good. And for whatever reason, I got stupid and picked the wrong ships to go do the mini mission and could not, for the life of me, kill off the ships. And it was just like, no. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? This is stupid. I believe Satali says she got her 6. You said you needed a Lucari TFO. Was that correct?
That's correct, Captain.
Id, do you want to join us for Zenkethi Front?
I'm going to hang back.
Okay. We are queued for Zenkethi Front. Take care, rest well. This week, I have no idea what's going on this week because we have Friday as a holiday here. Wee woo? Oh, that's Undine Assault. Don't accept that.
Oh, why did you queue that then?
I don't know. Don't accept that.
Ew. Gross.
Do not accept.
I haven't.
Good.
Why did you queue it though? It's not like we run that.
Because it's probably right next to... Yeah, it's right underneath Zenkethi Front. So I'm having this joyous little problem that every now and then I'll click on something, but my mouse is looking at the next thing down. It's like a split-second delay, so if I move too fast, I have to go slower.
Like
By the way,
Cliff doesn't match your screen.
Yeah, I've actually talked to a couple of people. Cliff, I'd invite you, but it looks like you're not here at the moment. If you get here, we'll invite you. Alright, so Zenkethi Front Advance. Let's try that one. Up! I lost Italia.
Someone accept it?
Yeah, I'm going to put money on Satalia accepted there. Yep, she's in Undine Assault. Well, at least it gets your destructible torps there. Yes, I heard, Cliff, that it was toasty over there. It is pleasant here today. It's
pleasant here today, but I'm not looking forward to tomorrow and Wednesday.
It was pleasant here yesterday, too, to the extent that I took all my sewing stuff onto the porch and sat out there doing my sewing, which was much nicer than sitting inside to do it.
That's one thing I wish I had, a porch.
Yeah.
You know what? Like my parents' place, as much as I hate the apartment because it's on the top floor, it's the 10th floor. So you get all the heat in the morning from one side, and then all the heat in the evening on the other side. It's like ugh. But it has a balcony, a rather big balcony. You could put a bench there and pretend it's a porch. And that's one thing I'm kind of missing here. That's one thing I would love to have, a balcony here. Such a nice thing to have.
Cliff says supposed to be 32 this afternoon. We generally don't have AC. Most Americans have AC. Large proportion of Americans have AC. I don't like it, but when I'm traveling like today, and I'm going to be away from the house and it's going to be toasty, I will turn it on for the dogs.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have the mobile AC thing, is I want my dog to have a little bit of comfort.
Today wouldn't be bad because my
During
son
the
could
worst
come over
heat.
and watch them for me and leave the doors open when he's here. But like last Friday, I was gone for 10 hours last Friday and it was hot.
Ouchies.
But getting back to that, yeah, this Friday is a holiday, so I'm not traveling. Next Friday, I will be traveling later in the day or first thing in the morning, so I'm not going to run up to Columbus. It's just too much driving in one day. I think I'm cutting back on classes until the middle of the month. Just because all this driving in this heat is not good for my brain. To tell you, I was aware you had Destructible Torps completed already. Ugh,
Yeah, I bought it.
I also have
the first TFO.
Yeah, I have destroyed Terran ships in the battle zone.
I actually don't mind it. I know everyone hates it, but it's probably the lesser of all the battle zone, because whichever stage you come in, there's always something to kill, and it's always going to be Terran. Unlike the Voth battle zone, which may have Undine.
Until you get to the big end battle, and then it's all
times.
Voth, and
it's all the way around.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Whoever designed this and thought this is fine, it's not fine.
Send me Undine, please. Yeah, just make it all Undine, even in the end.
Yeah.
Agreed. What else do you have besides
10 Voth ships?
10 Voth ships.
They can be done everywhere, so we could do like Aftermath or whatever. The Aftermath should get it.
Well, we could launch Aftermath as a patrol. This will still override it if it comes up. So, shall we launch for Aftermath?
I'm launching now.
Okay, on my way.
You know what's funny? I usually do that, but whenever I do that privately, when I'm just waiting for a TFO that I really want, and I'm in the middle of patrol and it'll be when I don't get to do whatever I wanted to do in that TFO, in that part of patrol.
And then you have the 30-minute cooldown, so everything gets foobarred. But I think with the two of us, you said you had 10?
Yeah, I have 10, so get the first thing, we should get it.
I'll go left if you go right.
I don't care where we're going.
Well, you go right, I'll go left.
So
that way we get your
Gamma, I'll go Beta.
I'll go Gamma, you go Beta.
Affirmative, Captain. Jesse Admiral.
Just want to get the 10 before it decides it's going to queue us up for Sinkethi. If it does. So, assuming that Ryza launches tomorrow on time, we will do Ryza tomorrow night. And knowing how much Chris loves ground, we won't worry about that too much in the mornings.
Sorry, what?
I know that you love ground, so we won't do a ton of Ryza in the morning. Just to make your life fun.
Vampire hissing sounds.
I won't do it, don't worry. I will avoid it for you. Just for you.
But when did you get me inspired into writing again?
Some events coming?
Mom, where can I find at least 3 dreadnoughts? Very easy, Hive Onslaught.
Yeah, Hive will get you all 3 in
It'll
one
get
easy
you
run.
5. Because all the Borg cubes are dreadnoughts. At the end, the 2 toothbrush holders and the Borg Queen are all dreadnoughts. So there's like 9 or 10
calls
there.
them differently. Trisander calls them space pickles.
Yep, a lot of people call them space pickles. For a while, there was a travel toothbrush holder that had those little nubs on the side so that when you had it on the counter at the hotel you're staying at, if there's any moisture in the brush, it wouldn't travel back into the brush and breed bacteria.
Very clever. What is that thing that your ship does that it does this weird swirly effect? Like
The swirly effect, the edgy one?
cartoony, the edgy cartoony thingy. Yeah. What's
Yeah,
that?
that would be the chronogami displacer.
Yeah, Chrono what?
See if I can find it. The chronogami displacer.
What's that from?
That's a really good question. It's from something. What is that from? I have to go look. Ceta Patrol gave you 2 cubes. That's nice.
It's a console universal. Where is it from?
I want to say it's an event. I have to go look though. Oop. Well, right here. I can go look. Well, I'm waiting for that to happen. Well, that won't tell me where it's from.
It doesn't actually say where it's from. I found it on Wiki, but there's only a description of what it does, but it doesn't say where it's from.
I will have to go take a look.
That's very helpful.
Sorry about that. Got myself killed. If anybody remembers off the top of their head where that one's from. Oh, there we go. Sankethi Front.
Yeah, we were for the
Wee-woo.
Cathy Front, Captain. Shall we warp out?
Yes, absolutely. Well, it'll take us directly from here. Pardon?
Save Rises starts tomorrow.
That's what they say.
Yep. That's what everyone says, but I haven't seen any official
Yeah,
announcement
it
either.
is not official.
It's so weird that they wait for the last minute to announce a big event like that. I mean, it's an annual thing, and we kind of get used to it, but like still.
Wow. Chronogami.
We still managed to finish it before we got warped out. That's hilarious. I don't know. Oh, warp out now. I don't know where Chronogami's.
I'm looking for it, and it's weirdly enough not popping up.
Yes, Italia's very right here. They don't bloody sparkle. No sparkling vampires in this universe. Thank you very much. Which reminds me,
It's very interesting. It doesn't tell me where it's coming from.
You remember that guy, TikTok? Maybe those YouTube you've sent me, the one that does the Roman thing and.
Oh yeah, Pat Mansley.
Pat Manzi, yeah. He also did. He's doing a respectful vampire in the relationship.
Yes, I love that one. It's so funny.
The series is so good. I love it so much. It's like. And he does the werewolf now, which is like the other side. You might have watched The Neighbor. He's a vampire. I'm like, what? That's so good. That's so good. I love it. Love his sketches. They're so good.
There's a lot of good ones. Chosen, defeating Voth isn't difficult. Waiting for them to spawn is what takes forever.
Finding them in the Dyson sphere is the worst. I can't. It's taking so long.
If there was a place for them, you know, where you could just hang around, I think the artillery are the best one. But you do all of them going around, and at most you're going to get 20. Then you have to wait for them to respawn.
Well, if you have very few Voth, like 10, you can also do another patrol, which is called Blockade Runner in the Zol system.
I think he's talking. I'm talking ground.
But in ground, yeah, you have to go to the battle zone, I think.
Yep. And you just have to wait.
Yeah, you just have to wait.
I'm not
I mean,
focusing on
when it comes to the ground battle zone, there's usually more than one instance, and there's always one that is active, so it's easier than the space and battle zones.
It's just disproportionate amounts of time for the benefit, in my opinion. Hence, doing Vodware on the ground is better because they spawn faster, and you can move to 3 locations really quickly.
Yeah.
And if you only have a few, you can always pick up, is it Dust to Dust? I think it's Dust to Dust, because that intro sequence has 10 or 15.
I don't remember that one.
It's the Harry Kim one. It's got the big ground map where you have to go through the maze.
Oh, okay, so we find out that there's a Kabali version of Harry Kim.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Is it Kabali? I think it's Kabali.
Yeah, well...
It's a reiteration of the Jet Liar episode
yeah, exactly.
from Voyager. Yeah. I remember that. Names, they don't mean a lot in my brain. My brain will not remember the name with an episode. But if you tell me what happened in it, I'll remember. It's terrible. I feel terrible when it comes to titles and stuff. I can remember I've seen an episode, but I will never able to tell where it was.
Well, every now and then somebody will mention an episode. I'm like, is that this one, or is that that one, or is that that one,
Yeah.
or is that that one?
Yeah.
I was able to get all of them in just 3 1/4 zones and 1 phase as well. That's still a lot of time for the reward. For example, if you have to kill 60 Borg, I don't know if that's still the thing. It's pretty fast.
60 Borg, I can't remember last time I had 60. I've got 10, I've got maybe 20, but
maybe it's
never went
30
up
now.
to 60.
I know they kind of nerfed the Borg, which is silly because they're so easy.
That's a different, weird way around.
You know what I've been doing for Borg on the ground, though, is the Patrol Jupiter Station Showdown, because those Federation officers count as Borg, because they've been Borgified.
I just go to Defera.
You can go to Defera. Nothing wrong with Defera. I like to switch it up,
don't
though.
pose any threats, even if you're in a baby tune. They can't really do it.
Do I have a bomb? I've got a bomb. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong
How do
direction.
you not know you have a bomb?
Well, I clicked on it, but it takes a moment for it to tell me I've got the bomb, and the visual takes a moment. I'm going in the right direction. There we go.
You know what pushed me to get back into writing, though? That's the most bizarre thing ever.
No.
I watched an anime.
Which
I
one?
never watch anime. And if you, I don't think you've run into it, but wait, it's called Cherry Magic. That's the title.
Okay, I do not
think.
know that one.
It's a silly one season off, which also got itself a live action version with actors. A guy turns 30, and being a virgin, meaning never having any relationships at all, or like
That would define being a virgin, yeah.
Yep. He learns that he can read people's minds. He can hear their thoughts, but he has to touch them.
Okay.
And he accidentally learns that a guy at his office kind of is infatuated with him, but everyone thought that he's a macho, super popular guy, and turns out that he has a crush for him. So it's just like, what? It's so silly, it's so goofy, and I'm like, but that's so cute. And I was like, yeah, I gotta write my own stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that I can do as cheesy or as tacky or as cute stuff, but it's like it got me back into writing, you know.
Good morning, Musin.
Good morning, Mom.
Satalia, let me
Good morning,
re-invite you here
everyone.
for the next party.
Oh, I've done all my endeavors. My goodness.
Congratulations, I've gotten 1 out of the 12 I need. Outskirts
12?
on the battle zone, yeah. Outskirts are fine, however, I tend to prefer the park for doing the Voth because it's got those 3 artillery sites at the far north edge.
Yeah, that thing. I like the park as well because it's just more
Yes.
aesthetically pleasing. I hate the city.
There is that part too, yes. I was
By the way,
surprised
my
how...
friend from work is in Chicago last week.
Oh?
It was the first time she was in the US, actually.
Ah.
Didn't care for the city made out of steel and concrete, but she did enjoy some of the places.
Well, if you're downtown, it's not much. It's as soon as you leave downtown, especially if you go north, there's Lincoln Park, there's the beaches, there's the botanical gardens, there's a bunch of nice stuff, and that we're talking walking distance north of the city. And it starts to get pretty in its older communities. We're walking along Lakeshore Drive going north. Going south, even part of the south area to a point. The other Lincoln Park, Satalia, not that Lincoln Park, but yes, they are related.
She saw Millennium Park.
Millennium Park.
So whatever's called the Bean.
That's the
was
latest sculpture. It's fine.
There was a boat tour and musical
nice.
and a zoo. So there's some fun
Oh, we have
stuff
so
to
many zoos in Chicago. It's kind of funny. So in
You have
Chicago
more than
proper,
one?
well, in Chicago proper, there's Lincoln Park Zoo. Very nice. It's a smaller zoo, but good, I mean, pleasantly sized. And then immediately outside the city and in the slightly western suburbs, so 35-minute drive, is Brookfield, which is a very big zoo. Now I just have to defeat 5 Terran Empire vessels. Well, that would be Badlands. Cliff, I sent you
Does
an
it
invitation.
say Badland?
It says, if for 5, what would be a faster way than Badlands?
Probably
Well,
Badlands.
it's
Jupiter Ratus doesn't queue
it
up
says
too often.
Battle Zone, right?
I don't know. He just says 5 Terran Empire vessels. It's not mine. This is Chosen's.
Oh yeah, and just
I
hop into a counterpoint.
Yeah, but it's still a minute plus queue up time versus just jumping into the Badlands where you're there. You can just start shooting things.
I know, but
The 5 ships, it just saves you the time, and you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want after.
Yeah, I just normally jump into the Badlands for under 10. If it's over 10, then I'll take Jupiter Aratus.
Yep.
Because Jupiter Aratus, you can queue up as a private queue. What do we have next?
Do what you need and leave.
Who's got what? Cliff, what do you have?
Well, I can go to the Badlands if...
Well, that's Chosen's. And Chosen's not on PC, he's on console.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not worried about doing
Oh.
mine. I will do it on a different ship.
We are already on the Badlands with Cetalium, Mom. Just
Oh.
saying.
Fine, I didn't know you went to the Badlands. You didn't tell me you were going to the Badlands.
Well, you said you had Terran ships, so we kind of...
Yeah, I did, but fine. I'm going to the Badlands. Fine, be that way. And if you're
Well,
curious, the shortcut is Spoils of War from the Cardassian Struggle arc. If you don't
Or
have
Defara
that
if you
game.
don't have it.
Pardon?
Or Defara if you don't have...
Yeah, but that's for
to unlock.
people who want to do it the hard way.
no.
See if I've got
Everybody
this.
ready for the Badlands?
Well, go ahead and start up. I'll be there in a moment. I just have to get there. Oh, I don't have it queued up. How interesting. Is that bad? Well, George Thorogood and the Destroyers, yes. Cliff has Voth ships. Do you have... Oh, hold on. We already did that one. We can go back and do it again,
did
Cliff.
that one.
We'll wait for the cooldown to decool. How many do you have? Put you guys there. Where'd you guys go?
I'm right beside you.
Okay, I'm going to the center then. It's at risk. It's only going to give me 3, but hey.
It's been like 20 years since I last customized everything about a game that I could.
I don't have the
I'm
mental
one.
wherewithal to do that anymore. I have no mental
wonder if I
wherewithal,
can-
period.
I wonder if I can make like little song clips play on warping on certain maps. I would definitely use that sound clip for the Badlands.
Well, that's 2 of them. Where to now? How about we go upper left-hand side, the 11 o'clock position?
There's a station there. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm on me way.
Satelli says, I seriously thought he was about to say 20 years since his last confession.
Wow.
It's
I've never been at a confessional.
Ooh, me either.
Mostly because I wasn't brought up in Catholicism, but...
Well, as I've said before,
it's been a whole lifetime. I've never gone to confession. Ever.
Cliff, put your
Just kinda-
disruptors on and come join us. Unless it's ground disruptors.
By the way, there was a concert. I think it was around this weekend. They were, because Poland has been leading the European presidency for the 6 months. It's a shift thing, and EU member countries are just leading the presidency for the duration. And we had a closure concert, which also involved Justyna Styczkowska, who's actually had a song from The Witcher 3.
What?
Just vocals, yeah.
Still cool.
It was a Slavic chant that was done for Witcher 3 soundtrack, and it was done with the original band members that made the soundtrack for the original game. But like, oh my god, her vocals are so good, they need to put her into Witcher 4. I mean, like, god, this is just an opportunity waiting to happen. This is a collaboration they would love to see. Because she's got the range, and she's got the ability to control the voice in so many ways. It's just, it sounded so good. Definitely gave me the chills.
Hey, we finished
And there we go.
I still have 12. No, I only got 18 ships. I have 30.
More incoming here.
Ah, come on, get off my... There we go. I have 21
You need
ships
30,
magically.
right?
Yeah, I need 9 more now. Let's see, there's 2 left, the very
There's
bottom
one on
and
3 o'clock.
and 5 o'clock. Actually, the bottom corner has just opened up. Because nobody's
There's
playing
one on 3
policeman.
o'clock.
I'm going to go clean up the bottom, the 5 o'clock position if nobody else gets it first, and then we can go to either 3 or 7, 6:30, whichever it is. My goal is to get the quilt done today, except for the binding, because binding's a pain in the butt, but I can do that other times. Then I can enjoy
If you have the
rising.
chance to get it completed, yeah.
Yeah, I want to get done. Well, since I got the center medallion done, which is the pain in the butt part. Oh, no, somebody already got that one. Yay. Come over there and join me, Chris.
Die, rudder.
Well, that was pleasant.
And they were all named Roger. Sorry, what?
Roger.
No, there's actually just one that they named Roger. It's in the Lego Builders Star Wars animation. They actually have a rusty old battle droid that they patched up that they call Roger.
Alright, that's my 30, so we can finish this one up. And,
Nice.
Which also like proves that I watch way too many animated shows.
hey, Cliff, you need disruptors, so why don't you figure out what you'd like to do for the last one, and we will do whatever you want on the last one. Once we're done here. It's a Joshua. Good morning, Joshua.
Morning.
V. Gates.
Happy?
Well,
I'm now in Dev rank 774.
Yes, so you said. So you said. Like I said, I think this one might be in the 200 range. We'll take a look when we're done.
Well, you know
This-
something?
Hmm.
I had an issue with my Golem's loot system.
Oh, what happened?
So, effectively, the loot settings, because I was helping someone level, right?
Yeah.
I turned off the loot roll system on
Oh.
this character. If you go into your team settings,
Yes.
where it says need or greed,
Yeah.
and go to round robin,
Yeah.
it turns off the roll system.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically reduces the amount of loot in patrols.
Oh.
Interesting?
Yeah, but isn't that what it's supposed to do?
I'm not sure.
Hang on a second here. Let's finish.
Oh, it's supposed to divide the loot up equally between participants. I don't think it affects how much loot drops in a patrol.
Oh, it does.
You sure it wasn't just the patrol being played one too many times and just the loot drops being...
I know.
Round robin is
abysmal.
everybody gets a turn at looting. Whatever drops on their turn is what they get. Then it's the next person's turn.
Yeah, but I mean, I've noticed them with repeating patrols several times a day.
Yeah.
They do tend to reduce the loot that drops.
It
Yeah,
shouldn't
Terran
work
was-
that way.
Oh, I've noticed that my loot drops become less and less if I keep repeating the patrols to level up ships, and I do multiple ships in a row.
That's weird because I've not run into that, though, I'll be honest. I usually play with somebody else, somebody who's got huge DPS, and we'll do it every 30 minutes. And the drops usually require having to clean out inventory post every time. Let's see. So Citalia needs disruptor damage because we're killing things too fast for her. And she's not getting her disruptor damage.
I made a spreadsheet with my tunes on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks...
many of us live by our tune spreadsheets. I haven't run one lately. I probably should start back up. Because I have so gosh darn much time to do that these days.
You know which spreadsheets is a shame that we couldn't, that nobody even thought of obtaining? Von Marcus's spreadsheets.
You could reach out to, what's his girlfriend's name? Emily? She would still have it. She plays, or played. So she would have
plays
it.
video games. Yeah.
I sent a thing here with
I
my
saw that, yes.
current spreadsheet.
Why does it feel like we're losing ground on this one?
Do I have to bring my USS Walker Dimes?
I don't think it's a kill matter. I think if it's just, somebody's got to sit around the satellite, otherwise it just takes forever on this one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've
That's
actually
a
been studying...
nice spreadsheet.
It
Von
keeps track
Marcus
of...
had it.
It keeps track of what I need to know.
Yep. That's what I need to get done. Is keep track of where everything is. So Talia, I'm just gonna sit here and try not to shoot things, so try and shoot things. How much damage do you need for your disruptors?
I thought you were on the Klingon side for a second.
What? For disruptors?
No, with the character you're on.
Oh, this is a Federation tune.
Badlands, I presume?
Say again?
Are we done
70k
with
more.
Badlands?
Yeah, I just thought we'd finish this one up since we're almost done. Might as well get the dilithium out of it since it's now at like 95% complete. And this, I don't need to complete the whole Badlands. Thank you very much. Actually, it's getting later. Satalia still needs 70k. I would pick a patrol, honestly, where you don't have anybody else. Really? Can we get this one done? Now we've backtracked.
70k disruptor damage, ninth roll would probably
good point.
suffice.
Or wanted.
But
mini episodes should do it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one could do it too.
I'm at that point of I don't care about the dilithium. I'm only doing the mini thing if it happens to fit in. Like I need a little damage or I need.
I don't know if you looked very closely. It shows all the fleets that my characters are in.
I did see that, yes. I actually, at Satalia's behest, I'm looking at creating 2 more fleets, just because the names are funny. But I've got enough tunes, I just need one person to help me with it. Okay, we got that one done. Where are we at? 6:58. I got time for one more quickie. Joshua, you want to join us for something quick?
Just finishing off the daily, which will end in about 15 seconds.
Okay, let me know when you're ready, and I will queue us up, and we'll do something fast. Somebody else can pick it.
Something fast?
As opposed to like guillotine or anything, because I have stuff to do today. Hopefully this is the last busy day. I'm at 14 out of 20 on the event. According to Satalia. Yep.
You need to do a buyout because it's ending tomorrow.
Yeah, do it today and tomorrow and buy it out tomorrow morning. That reduces your, whatever it is, lobby expense. Honestly, I've got the kit, and I don't know that it's really worth that much. This isn't part of the meta event, is it?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's the sad part.
Ugh, yeah.
Do you want me to log on to a Federation tune?
Yeah, we're fed.
The
Actually, you know what? We don't have
meta-
to. I can put you on KDF. What's your tune's name? Because we can go private, as long as it's a
It's fine,
TFO.
I'm swapping over already.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
By the way, I assume I have class tonight. That's not 100% sure. Do you think they'll do a Zen bonus thing for July 4th? No, I don't think they'll do a Zen bonus thing for July 4th. That's just what I think. Casual would
Conduit?
Sure, we can do Infected Conduit. Let me invite you in.
I'm on my main.
Okay.
I'll be honest. They may have considered that when Cryptic was running things, but Deca is a European company. They do not observe July 4th as a holiday.
Okay.
Of any sorts.
I'm queuing us up for Infected Conduit.
There's a less likelihood of it now than there ever was.
Do you guys want Advanced or Elite?
If you're gonna do elite, I'll bring out a tank.
Yeah, let's just go Advanced then. Weeboo?
No.
I
swapped shit to elite.
Well, it's too late.
You're still gonna get my tank anyway.
That's fine. Bring your tank with. See if we care. But the other reason I don't think they'll do a Zen bonus thing is that's Friday. I don't think they'll put it together in 3 days without saying anything. But the place to look would be on Casual's
You never know.
last YouTube.
What do you prefer? To eat your breakfast finally?
I don't think he mentioned that at all. I suppose I should actually go down to my main tune and see if I can post some of my Lolanot favors for sale for tomorrow. Because I'm sure there'll be people who go like, oh no, I'm not playing this, I just want to get my stuff.
Yeah.
The next meta event will probably be in August.
Okay, so August.
And that's because we first have to get through the summer event, which probably won't count.
How about a Mudship sale? That's a good question. That they might do. I don't think they'll do it for 4th of July, though.
No.
So when they do big sales, they don't tend to put them at times of year when everybody's on vacation and not playing the game, which is what happens right now.
Excuse me, shields, go back up. Thank you.
So, because DECA is a European company, I don't think they'll ever observe July 4th for anything.
I don't remember that Cryptic really did anything for July 4th.
I know.
Except maybe during the first year of COVID, because they were doing a lot of summer stuff that year. You know, they had the winter event in summer and a few other things.
Like, if I was on the team, I'd be like, you know how people have that fireworks for being lifetime subscribers?
Yeah.
Make an item like those fireworks that the whole year round does nothing but fireworks, except for, like, during the 4th of July celebration, where those fireworks actually deal damage.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, like, it might be a pain to code it in that it only deals damage on one day of the year.
Well, we can do artisanal audio.
Yeah, but that's a switch that flipped because it's like...
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's one line of code instead of sampling the files from one folder or from one file.
That's true.
Go for the audio from other file.
I love you, DECA, but they would screw it up.
But like making something deal damage one day of the year and be a passive vanity item the rest, that's a lot more work than just one line of code.
That is so true. It is. Inventory's full. All right, it is late. I need to get going because hopefully this will be the last crazy day I have for a couple of weeks. Well, that's not true, but it'll be the last crazy weekday I have for a couple of weeks, I hope.
Fingers crossed it is.
Yeah, and maybe it won't be. Posted another photo. Chosen has posted another photo. Hang on a second. We will go check out the... Ow! Ow! Ah! Another good picture. Sorry, I just screwed up my shoulder doing something. So, potentially, might be here tonight if classes get canceled because my main instructor is on holiday for the next week. And the backup instructor, one of them was sent up to Chicago last week, and I don't know that he got home or not. And the other one is interviewing for jobs around the country. So it's possible I won't have an instructor and I'll be home today. But I won't know that for probably 6 more hours, if that. So, if I'm here tonight, I will see you all. If I'm not here tonight, I won't see you all. Excuse me while I hiccup, but on behalf of everybody here, welcome to the Moopsyverse. Have a wonderful day. Stay moopsome. And... Are you ready? Are you ready, Musin?
Who are you?
We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.
Computer deactivate iguana. How dare you?
Perfect.